Suckers turn kings and diamonds to dust. I tried to beat the house, but every hand was a bust. Another day ends, another begins. Another night sleeping on needles and pins. I keep rolling where the battle wind blows. I keep running, but the trouble follows. Ain't no telling where I'm gonna end up. This lucky penny's been nothing but bad luck.
Yes.
Famous generic name guy.
Ian.
Yep, EMPC.
Yes.
That was it.
Jacob
So I got.
Promethean. I liked that character. That was fun.
We can go back one day. I've got some stories there they can tell. Okay, so as you guys have been prepping, you've got two pieces of information. So the first piece is on Mallory, the mid-jump place. So basically it's a captive planet on the, I guess what you call the human side, not the alien side. It's a planet roughly the size of Earth with a tainted atmosphere, thin tainted atmosphere, 60% hydrographics, population in the tens of thousands, and basically everyone can roam around with a shotgun. Tech level A has a Navy base, scout base, and gas giant. Lankaran, your ultimate goal, is really weird and different. It was reported to have an A-star port, size 7, so a little bit smaller than Earth, an atmosphere of type C. I'm just trying to... An insidious atmosphere. I'll get to that in a minute. Where else am I? 50% water. There's only about 40,000 individuals, and they're all Lankarian native people. They have their government type is the self-perpetuating oligarchy. The other thing is they have no law. They have a gas giant there, and their tech level is G, or was reported to be G. Now the Lankarans, I mean in the very first game I sort of introduced them. The Lankarans are an alien race, obviously, that resemble 7-foot tall bipedal rhinoceros.
Nice.
They are incredibly intelligent. They are great tool users, but they basically created the atmosphere because they polluted the shit out of their planet. So most of the planet is now covered with machinery, tech, run by a few who still live there. And the other thing you'll know is the Lankarans, over the course of millennia of doing what they did, the one thing they never really wanted to develop was space travel. So they only got about as far as 1 or 2 planets away from their home planet. But they, through a series of forced evolving, genetic manipulation and things, the Lankarans are one of the few species now that actually gain its nutrients from the actual minerals in the rock and the soil. So they don't eat food as such, they eat sort of like processed ore, if you like. Yeah.
Lovely.
So that's the Lankarans. That's the end point, if you like, of your 2 jumps. And just so you know, Glenn said that you've got control of Tacoma tonight until he gets here. I know, so you guys could do all sorts of weird shit.
And you got to play him because he's the key guy. Skipper.
Yep. So, You were last time introduced to your battle armor, which you all should have a rough rundown on. I put it up in the G Plus community. So just for very, very quick review, I'll just go there if I can find it. Here it is. Sure, but where is my post?
Do you mean G Plus or Dropbox?
It might be Dropbox, is it? Because it's not actually in the G Plus one. This is really weird.
There's a handout in Roll20 that lists it.
Oh, is that where I put it? I know I put it somewhere. I know. It gets confusing.
Crazy.
Yeah. That'll be it. No, I've only got creature. Oh, yeah, Colonial Battle Dress. There you go. Colonial Battle Dress. So, doubles your strength for lifting and hand-to-hand damage. Well, it doubles your strength, but for lifting and hand-to-hand damage is as if your end result for strength is 9 to 11, you get a +1 point of damage, and so on. You just follow that table there. Adds 2 to your endurance for purposes of working out combat blows. Rocket assist flight, max speed 100 miles per hour, duration a little over 2 hours. Intercontinental range minute communication. On the left arm, you've got 10 charges of ram heap grenades and a ram launcher. On your right arm, you've got 50 charges with a flamethrower, which acts like a shotgun plus an additional, except that you have 4 targets instead of 3. On the right shoulder is an integrated FGMP-14, effectively, with 50 charges before it needs to be recharged. The armor is sealed. It has a HUD, obviously. Acts as combat armor on the combat table. Internal life support for 18 hours. And, of course, you've got little blinkers on it. Spotlights. Yes. There was no weird science guy.
He's talking about there's liaison officer Victor Kashimas or something.
Yeah. There was no
Keller. General Keller?
Oh, Keller, yes. Keller, yes. Yes. You met him twice in the old games. In the very first one, and in the second one, he was the leader of the military force that took you into the fight against the Cthulhu people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. To Mallory. Yep, Mallory. And then down to Lankaran. 2 jumps. Mm-hmm. Count. So currently you're at Lilith. You're going to jump to Mallory and then to Lankaran. Okay. We're not in Lilith, we're actually north of Lilith. The mission is to sneak into Lankaran, see what the situation is. Obviously, with your sort of knowledge about the tech that was floating around there, They want to know, they've heard reports that because of the Lankaran environment, the aliens couldn't really take hold. So they're hoping that they can use that as an internal base within the area, as well as get all that wonderful tech, and of course help the Lankarans, of course. Yep. And then Lankaran itself is the second stop. Nope. You got shitloads. Well, remember, they're taking a whole lot of sleep units in your cargo. Say that again. Did they give you? Yep, you got troops. Nice. You'll have, I believe it's 2 per ton. So something like 40 men. And you've got one guy who's conscious coming with you, who's not going under ice. I believe that was Victor. Yes, troopsicles. You have 40 troopsicles. No, they'd probably load some portable generators or something like that that would be used to power up the fusion guns and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Yep. I think you are. So, as to Tacoma, wave goodbye. Pierre, you're going to be pulling duty as yourself, and until Jerry gets in, Samuel. So, if you can give me a Samuel roll, so you should be able to see his character sheet. And already his engineering is 2. So give me an engineering roll, please, just to check the engines over once before you go, as he normally likes to do. And Manta, I'm also going to give you...
Oh, beautiful.
What did you roll?
Total 12.
12? Cool. Okay, well, he's telling you, Captain, that the engines are ready to purr for you. So, Will, you just need to navigate out. Pretty simple roll, like double ones, the only thing that's going to screw it up, out to your jump point.
Okay.
Kind of hard to screw this up because you've got no plan for anything.
Oh.
Yeah. Will was not really paying attention. Okay. And then, Captain, it is time for you to punch the drive and hope you don't explode. which you shouldn't do. We rolled a 12 for Samuel's in the engine, which is all fine. He rolled a 5 for his navigation, which is fine, but lazy. Yep. And now you being captain get to roll the do we blow up number. Just a flat 2d6. Kinda, but a lot more spectacular if you fail. Double sixes! Mm-hmm.
Will it blend?
Doesn't need the pilot, it's just a engine roll. It's just a jump roll, you know. Do you blow up? Do you misjump? Do you whatever? Mm-hmm. Damn. Nothing unbeatable. Yep. Boom, you're on your way to Mallory. Doing anything in hot space. So the guy that's with you, Victor, who you got introduced to, he asked if he could look over the sensors. Could he use the sensors while you're in hot space, so he can understand better what's going on outside the plane, outside the ship? Because, but if I understand this better, it will help us in the long run. Yep. Rightio. Will, normally.
Yeah, generally it's Will.
Cool. Okay, Will. So just give me a sensor roll, Will. Just a general one.
Yeah. Will's not too enthusiastic. I mean, the hop
No.
space is like one sensor's 1,000,000 degrees, the other one minus 200. It's all crazy.
Yep. Rightio. So what you can report back to Tacoma, should Tacoma ask, is that this guy doesn't do anything odd or strange, apart from just take a whole lot of sensor readings about hot space. So like you said, he's taking temperature. He's taken readings about density. He's taken readings about sound, if there's any sound out there. Radiations, all the different forms of radiation. He's taken a couple of spectral analysis, some gravitational analysis. He's covered quite a foray of different, he's used every single sensor for every single purpose, basically. But he hasn't done, apart from that, which is sort of, you know, okay, not weird, but different. He hasn't done anything weird or different with it. He's just taken the readings and inputted them into a hand computer. That's about it. No, not at all. Okay. No, that happens next season episode. Damn peanut. What do you do? No, don't have any. It's okay. Got rid of it. It's in my lung now. Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Not Insidious.
Right. Samuel asked you to go on a private channel. He just just briefly Tacoma. He says when yep, and basically he just asked make sure that you're alone. He doesn't like the other guy's not listening or anything. When are you going to send Lance in here to get rid of the explosives off the drive?
We have explosives on our drive?
Yeah, they were put on last time, if you remember, in case somebody tried to get in here.
Oh.
So they were just purring along, and then they were garlanded with festive Christmas explosives.
Exactly.
Nice.
Okay. Can I get a roll, please, so you don't blow it up and do horrible things? Otherwise, Samuel's going to be very busy. Samuel, what are you wearing? Mind you, it won't matter.
I don't
in your
know.
space.
That's true. It won't matter. It won't matter. I'll be disintegrated on the side of the frickin'.
Mm-hmm.
Are you nice and stable at home base now, Jerry?
Yeah, but I'm just in the middle of something, and I'll be turning on my computer here in a second.
All good.
Okay.
I am home. I just got in the door. Give me a minute to power up, but I'm hearing everything.
All good.
I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, Lance, Sergeant Lance, are you ready to? You hear the order? +1. That's not good. No, but in his eagerness just to get the bloody thing put away, I'm going to say activates the timer.
Oh
So
boy.
he has to now diffuse it. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but well, not quite. Instead of a 4 and a 1, it's a 1 and a 4. Perhaps it's hop space physics. Who knows? In hop space, you can never roll to actually achieve anything. Perhaps you just found out the universal law of hop space. Roger, Samuel,
Yes.
you're looking a little bit worried because Lance seems to be
Uh-oh.
fritting around over there, and you can see some lights flashing on that thing. There were no lights flashing before. And
I'm sweating bullets,
light
man.
flashing is like a countdown.
Is there anything I can do with my mechanical skill? Is there anything I can quick wit do?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. And what am I wearing? I'm wearing a vac suit or a battle dress, right?
It's up to you what you want to wear. Hop space.
Hop space.
Don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah, but yeah.
It could be your engineers warning you. There's a chance it might disintegrate, but there's a chance it implodes.
Yeah.
There's a chance it could push back and implode on us.
Because don't forget, you are in your bubble.
Yes.
Might not. Might just explode around you.
Yeah. It might just explode in the bubble with us.
Well, the other one is that it explodes. But time is running out. You're down to like about. Yep. Okay.
Oh.
Radio. Okay, you
I
run
concur.
to the closest airlock, which is in the after the engineering section. You're going to toss it out its butt, so to speak. You cycle. You're down to 5 seconds, and you're cycling the airlock, and it's slowly cycling. 3, 2. The airlock opens, and And are you looking, or are you just sort of not looking now? It's in the airlock because you've got the one closed. It's opening the other one, but as it opens, are you looking into the back? Okay. 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 You see the thing. Well, you're not in the airlock, so it just will get sucked out, so to speak. It whooshes. It leaves pretty quickly. The airlock is closing, and then there's this bright light. And as the airlock's sort of closing, there's a sort of sudden gushing in of flame. Will, can I get a sensor suite, please?
Oops, no, sorry, that's Will. I had it on Sam, but it's a Will roll.
All good. Okay. No, your sensors are on the fritz. You can't make out head and tail what's happened. I mean, one of your sensors saying it is actually reading like 256 Kelvin. And the other one says it's room temperature.
What? Yeah, what about this? What about the sensors on the skin of the ship? Do they detect anything unusual? Were they scorched?
Banging on the console doesn't seem to bring them online either.
Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. Well, we don't know what happened there. Maybe we accidentally inverted ourselves in the fifth dimension.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like left-handed proteins instead of right-handed ones? No?
And which one of you is not worried, Tacoma or Lance? Okay. I'm here and I'm still breathing. I'm not at all worried.
I'm freaking worried.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Shall we emerge from jump space now?
Your engineer's worried. He does not like this shit.
Yes. Awesome. Well, he did do the job. Yeah, he did do the job. Okay, so Lance is taking it very nonchalantly. And if no one's doing anything else during the week, the only thing I can tell you, Will and Samuel, is that every time you try to use exterior sensors, they're just not coming up on the board. So you are ready to exit? Yes, yes. Okay, you exit. Boom. Okay, Will and still dead sensors. Tacoma, you raise the shield. No, you don't. The shield doesn't raise. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he goes out the one of the, whether it's the aft, whether it's the port or starboard airlock, and it doesn't open. No, no, the aft one. That's the aft one. Yeah, he threw it at the aft one. He threw it. It exited the ship out of the aft airlock. He tried. It doesn't open. There's the aft airlock. Okay, that sort of works. It is very hesitant, if you know what I mean. It's like you can sort of, well, Samuel, you can see the hydraulic pressure builds up quite a lot before it actually can move the door, and then it moves and like something's broken in it. So sort of
Is
it's
my intuition
mostly
telling me anything's wrong beyond normal, or am I concerned?
Your livestock doesn't work like this. But anyway, it's there ready for you to exit out. Rightio. So the first thing he notices is that he hasn't got anything to actually hook himself onto. That's all melted. The skin of the ship is all melted. It's black. There's no insignia. It's like almost like frosting, like icing.
Frosting.
Yep. There are no sensors. They're little lumps of metal. Samuel? Grab boots, well, your magnetic boots will still work. Yep, they'll work. Okay, so it's separate roles. Yeah.
Oh, what the hell do I have? Let me pull them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the sheet here. Samuel Rogers has got backsuit 1, mechanical 1, engineering 2, sensors.
I've got comms 1 and computers 1. I got the character in front of me in handwriting.
Rightio. So Samuel will be taking care of the communication stuff, where you'll be taking care of the other sensor suite. Is there anyone else who's got mech and vac suit? I think Negan does, Mantar.
Oh, Megan? I don't know. I don't have his sheet in front of me.
You should be able to see it now because I gave it to you. Gave control.
Oh, I did not know I had.
Put it in your folder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. He has no mechanics and no electronics.
Oh,
Just
correct.
backseat 1. Nothing else though. Oh, he's got engineering 1.
Engineering 1. Okay. Is there anyone else on board ship who's got vac and mech?
I got the mech 1. Will has the mech 1, but not the vac. Vac 0.
Okay. That's dangerous. Dane?
Yeah.
You're going to need 3. You're going to need someone trying to cut open the shutter screen on the cockpit, someone repairing the communications, and someone starting to repair all the sensors. And he's got mech.
I've got vac and mech and comms.
Oh.
All right. And engineering.
Yeah. Medic. Okay, so it's going to take a bit longer.
Dr. Jim.
Okay. Rightio, so Samuel, you give me a roll, please, for the communications.
+1?
Whatever your skill is. It's just, you guys are doing
Okay.
this separately. You're just trying to get as much done as quickly as possible.
Okay, I'm rolling right now. 7.
Nope. Okay, after 8 hours, you still haven't quite got the bloody thing working. You've had to cut away some of the
Okay.
plating. You've had to find the wires, pull out the, it's taken a lot longer. Okay, Lance, if you can give me a roll, please, for which set of sensors are you doing first? Yeah, but there's a whole different, okay, sorry. So there's the sensor suite that detects basically objects in your immediate vicinity. Then there's the sensors that will, like for astronomy, astrophysics, like do gravitational, do spectral analysis of stars, do a whole lot of bits and pieces. So you've got those, then you've got the planetary sensor suite, and then the last one would be the external sensor suite of the ship, which has to be totally rewired and done, so you wouldn't be able to do that one. So the first one, the immediate surrounding sensor suite, away you go. So give me a electronic roll, please. Yep. 10. Cool. Okay. So about 6 hours in, you managed to get your set of suites working. Tacoma's a little bit irate because he wants that. He's getting you to move on to the getting the shield up, so at least he can see out the cockpit.
The
Yep.
blast shield, the veins on
Shield,
the
yep.
that
Yep,
shield.
It's all melted together. You have to cut it open. Yep. It's a scout thing. Yep. Just okay. And after 8 hours, you come back in. Samuel,
Yes.
you're going to have to take a short break.
Okay.
Before, like a 4-hour break before you can get out there and try to re-establish communications.
So did we say I took it and I'm back out now, or?
First of all, I want Will, you've got your vicinity sensors online, so you can try to start getting some information.
Okay, rolling electronics. Such terrible rolls. Oh, yeah.
Well, without all the other suites working in unison, the data you're getting is barely intelligible.
Oops. Terry, your mic's popping up or something. There we go.
Something or interference.
Oh, mine is?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all cool. Okay. Menta, what has Devon got? I thought Devon had something as well. Didn't he have vac suit and electronics or mech?
I've got vac suit and, well, computer is about the only thing I've got that'll work on the ship. Well, gunnery, lasers, ship's boat.
Okay. Well,
no
he can,
repair skills.
as he's not been outside, he can go and try to get the communications up, but at a 0. Because it'll be
Right.
What's his computer skill? Sorry, what's his computer skill?
2.
2. Okay, then yep. So make a roll. So it's a straight 2d6. No. Okay. So you're battling away there. You've now been in system 12 hours. Will, you're still trying to get the surrounding sensors working. Samuel, you're able to go out now. You've had your required rest, as has Sergeant
All right.
Lawrence.
So you want me to make another communications roll?
Yep. You want that one?
Oh man, Samuel
No.
just did not eat his Wheaties.
No. Okay, so they're out.
Samuel's choking bad.
The one that is all over the ship needs to be completely rewired. So you've only really got the astrogation one, or the one that helps you with navigating in the system, or the planet scanning. Cool. Make your roll. Oh yeah. Okay, right. Well, get your sensors up and running.
All right, we're going to do a sensor roll. better.
Okay, rightio. You've got some data coming in that you can finally understand. The astrogation suite is up and running. You're still having a bit of trouble with the immediate, the vicinity, proximity stuff. But at least you know roughly in relation to the planets and the sun and everything where you are and what, roughly you could now make a navigational roll. You might fly into something, but you can make a navigational roll because you know roughly what you need to aim for.
Yeah.
The other gentleman, he hasn't been allowed on the cockpit, so he just sort of, from his room, just asks, what's happening? Why are you taking so long to initiate contact?
Comms suck.
Hmm?
He's asking me, I think. My comms are shit.
Tacoma. No, he's asking the captain. Tacoma. Could he help? What sort of repairs do you need made? Mm-hmm. Well, it says, would you mind if I went out and had a look? Rightio. Well, he just does his thing and the whole battlesuit comes up, how it grows on you sort of thing. He hops in the only usable airlock and goes out. Now, Samuel, can you give me a 2d6 roll, please? Just a flat 2d6.
Just a flat 2d6. I'm on it.
What's your dex? Sorry, first of all.
Oh, my dexterity's high. Yeah. I got a 14.
14. Okay. Add 1 to the roll.
1 to the roll. 11. Finally got a good roll here.
Right. Sort of as you're going in, this guy comes out, and he's just going to have a look and see if he can, like, you've had your turn, you haven't been successful. As you're going in, and you sort of just go over the lip of the ship, you must have been out there too long, because you're sure you saw this guy expose his hand.
No.
Yeah, you're sure that, no, you've been out there too long.
No, I'd take another look. Maybe he's, he's like, what's her name from Dark Matter? Something's weird there. Do I look again or what?
Well,
he doesn't have gloves on?
You can if you want to, but it'll take you, give me a 0G, a vac suit roll, please. So 10
I got vac suit 1.
More, which takes it down to a 6 or more, to be able to move around quickly enough.
7.
7. Okay, without the +1 is a 6, which is all you need.
Okay.
Yeah, because vac suit operates differently. It's a 10 plus roll, and for every level of vac suit you have, you get a 4 plus to do whatever you have to do.
Okay.
Points to it, yeah. Okay, so you get up, and what you can see is just sort of that, yeah, he's got his hand resting on the skin of the ship and is doing something. You have no idea from your vantage point, and at the moment you don't think he knows you're watching him. And he's doing something, and there's something that seems to be spreading across the ship.
Oh, no.
What?
Who's this guy? This is the guy that came along with us?
Some guy called Victor Starenko or something.
Oh, Victor. This is Victor. He's an android. He's a clone. He's not human. Yeah. His nanos are freaking going on about everything.
But do you
I would say, what are you doing? To him, I'm going to comment. What exactly are you doing?
He just looks at you. Says, "I think you really
Are my
need to go
eyes fooling
inside."
me? This makes no sense. I say that to him too. Is he on our comm links? Because we're obviously
I
in
think you've been
vac.
out too long. You need to go inside.
No, I think I need to see what you're doing first, I say. I respond back to him. I need to see what you're doing. This doesn't make sense. What are you releasing? What are you doing?
The time you come back, he's got some sort of tool in his hand, and he's just fixing the communication section of the thing. He says, "Yeah, I think I fixed it. You didn't quite connect the interlink properly, and this was loose, and da-da-da-da, but I think I've got it. You might want to tell your friend to try the communication sensor now."
Huh. All right. So you want me to roll again, or he's got it? His Nano's fixed it.
Yep. Will.
That's Will. Okay. So I go, oh, this sensor's come back online again. What's that? All right, I'll try it. Good.
Yep. And you've got partial sensors on the external of the ship. So, yep, and basically what he has to do is he's got to actually deconstruct it. He's got to rip out the engine, well, the other one that's busted, you might do. The other one that's busted it's busted, not busted. It's busted because the skin of the ship has melted it shut. Okay. Radio. So, Will, you finally get a communique, and it gives you a set of instructions about how to come in. Just, it's sort of what you sort of expect. They ask for a code. You give the code that you're told to give, and you get the same warning that you've heard so many other times before in the military: deviate from this and you will be fired upon, da 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 da. So, Tacoma, just give me a piloting roll to come in.
Victor's with us, hey?
But our characters wouldn't know anything about Victor.
No. Well, Samuel knows something weird.
Samuel knows something's weird. He saw some shit that isn't. He's still rubbing his eyes trying to figure out.
Yep. No. It's not very okay. Fucking hell. You guys just want to be blown out of the sky, don't you? Okay. You guys are coming in. That's right. You come into Mallory, and it's a shoddy ride in. That's all I can say. There's people on the ship, whether it's because the shape of the ship is slightly changed due to the fact that the outer skin's melted, or whether it's something else, whether he hasn't got all of the sensors he needs to actually make to incorporate to make a smooth landing or what, but it's a shoddy landing. And can you roll me a d6, please? Yep. Right. Both rear articulators in the landing gear you've managed to bend. So Samuel and Sergeant Lance, you'll be busy replacing those. Basically, you're going to have to get some some cranes to hold up the back of your ship while you dismantle the landing gear to put in the new pieces. And then you've got to think about all the
Very
other stuff.
nice.
He just comes down far too hard and he just buckles both articulators. Right, you're on Mallory.
Samuel's already cussing under his breath,
Yeah.
and he's frustrated.
So, Samuel, you come out. So everyone is able to come out and see the ship. The ship is no longer obviously pristine. It's blackened. It's charcoaled, if you like. Everything on the ship's skin, apart from the makeshift sensor suites that Teddy had managed to get on board, and the communication array, which seems to be pristine, and it has a really weird sort of almost circular pattern around about 2 or 3 meters out from it, where the skin of the surface looks perfectly fine. Yeah, it looks like this ship has been hit by, 1,000 flamethrowers, and it's just melted all the skin back.
Yeah, beautiful. If the Port Authority asks, tell them we're Icarus and we flew too close to the sun. It sounds way cooler than we blew up our own ship.
Okay, so Samuel, you do have, you can get the cargo deck. You can get that cut, so that can be open, and that's fine. And you do have the aft airlock badly opening and closing, but it does seal.
Okay.
You can get the sensors, working, but basically this ship needs all of its hull plating removed and replaced.
So that's a major job. I would really be bitching up a storm.
You're talking about like 2 months worth of work here. But you don't have that time. I need you to do a full, you and Negan and Lance would have either engineering or mech. Anyone with mech or engineering would have.
I'm going to do a full engineering sweep.
Yep. So you three do it.
I roll it 10.
Cool. And Manta, if you can give Negan his roll. Yours is mech. Negan is engineering.
I think evaluating what we got to do.
Yeah. Evaluating the skin of the ship to see if there's any problem.
Yes. Not looking good.
No, that's all good.
Ooh,
and
good job.
Negan,
What am I rolling?
2d6 plus 1, I think you said he's got engineering.
Yeah, engineering 1, okay.
Oh.
Really? Is this better?
Yep, that's all cool. Okay. Negan again not being that committed to
Is this better?
Yep.
Okay.
So 2 out of the 3 of you believe that the ship is still airtight and structurally sound enough to go into battle. It just means that you've got one airlock you can't use. The aft airlock is a bit grindy, opening and closing, but it's airtight. But you can. That's going to take a week or so. A day or 2. Yeah. They need to move quickly.
Don't mind me there. My browser just crashed.
Yeah. It's a B. So they can do repairs. Yeah. Talking to Tacoma, who is included in this conversation? About the repairs needed and all that sort of stuff. Mm. Okay. No, that's cool. I just want to know who you are trying to bring in to try to get it sorted. Mm-hmm. So, yep. Okay. Well, he says he can help, but he needs a no questions sort of situation, and he needs you guys to just go and have a rest day. Go off and see the sights of Mallory, and he'll make sure he'll use his resources and connections to get this ship as good as he can. Does Tacoma trust him? Okay. Mm-hmm. No, Jerry has said that. Sorry, Samuel has said he didn't know what he was doing. He's doing something weird.
Yeah. And maybe
Yep. Yep.
I really think maybe we should have a talk with Victor and see if he can do his magic on the rest of the ship.
Okay. Rightio. So Victor said, okay, right, well, you go and have a good day off, and I'll get to work. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So very, very low business here. So Mallory is basically a garrison. It's the front line. It's considered the front line. It's the defensive. There's 4 sort of planets in the defensive front line. Plethora, which is 0604, Mallory, 0201, Sahano in the Abtron subsector at 0808, and Isan 0707. Those are the 4 sort of garrison planets against the enemy in air quotes. So it's very much like that. You get 90% of the people that you encounter are either military people on some sort of task or military people on R&R. There's very few civilians around, and those that are, you sort of get the feeling they tend to be more tech support or something of that nature. There's a couple of businessmen. There's a couple of people hurrying off to get on a boat that's heading out of system, family. But that's really about it. There's not a hell of a lot of people around here. If anything, you've been to many star bases. You'd say this star base has around about half occupancy of what you'd expect.
Excuse me, guys. I got a phone call coming in. I'm going to quick grab it.
Yep.
I'll be back.
Okay. What else did you want? He said take the day off.
That long, eh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. There are a couple of shops that are open with some hardy souls. So there's some old Asian woman who runs a sort of a street food sort of outlet sort of thing. There, of course, there's an establishment with some adult entertainment. There's a
Where's
couple
Jacob?
of... there's a couple of sort of the ones that are around the sort of the hard nuts. The one that I'm going to defend my store to the bitter end thing, or I've got nowhere else to go, so I'm just going to stay here until the end. Or it's those sort of people who feel that they're like just that's it, they're sort of stuck here. They're just going to have to grin and bear it, sort of thing. So they're eager for business, but that's the sort of general feeling you get after you talk to them about it. Yeah. And of course, with the business people, the associated how down business is, and they can barely make ends meet and all that sort of stuff. Sure. Any particular type? Done.
Lemon heads.
All good. Okay, well, since you're on a military mission, they're going to, juice your ship up with whatever you need, air life support and fuel and stuff. That's easy. That's not a problem. So is there any little personal things you are looking for that you might be able to get here? Okay, give me a 2d6 plus his med roll, please. Yes.
I got Dane's sheet and his control, I guess.
Yep, thank you.
Medical. Oh, you can do it, yeah.
Yep. Okay, rightio. The only thing he can scrounge up, and unfortunately it's going to cost a bit, but he's been able to find 2 more med kits. But they're at 1.5 times normal price. Okay.
Acid. Oh, yay.
Yep.
Oh, no, that other. Okay.
Right. So give me another roll. This is it's gonna have to require a big net roll. But where you go. Thin tainted.
So we're all wearing combination masks, in other
Well,
words.
no, you're on the
filtered.
starport. You're on the floating orbital.
Oh, we're in the orbit. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yep, here we go. He's found, I don't know which makes more sense to you. I'm not sure how many liters, how many pounds it is, but he's found 3 liters of some is it hydrochloric acid? I'm not sure. I think that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, you could have.
There's several. Not sure. But you found 3 liters of acid. I'm not sure how much that is in gallons or pints. Sorry, you have to find a translator.
3 liters into gallons.
Okay, cool. So you roughly know. Yep, sweet as. Yep, that's it. Okay, so for the acid, 300 credits. I think medkits are normally 1,000 a piece, aren't they?
What did I pay for mine? Let me just check here.
Yep.
I got an extra
my
spare
gear
one.
sheet as well. Toolkit, medkit, 1,000. So 1.5 each. Does anyone in this team have Streetwise?
God, I think I do. Let me look again. Maybe I do. No. No.
Nope.
I've got carousing. Is that good for something?
A good time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, then I'm going to
Megan
drift
has-
over by the adult entertainment or by, yeah, that's where I'll be going.
Oh, good. Get rid of some of that tension, huh?
Price on something. Yeah. That stress from feeling like I was going to blow up needs to be released. Literally.
Right.
Right. So
Megan
that's what I'm
has,
working on.
Have a
Radio.
Streetwise of 0.
Mantar, you have. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Megan's got 0.
okay. Negan has. So if you want to, Negan can try to get some of the more illegal stuff.
Do we want to do that?
It's just an opening. I don't know if you do or not. You might want to keep it straight for now. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, no laws on Len Karen. We can probably sell.
We've already got weapons. I might actually,
No.
my character might look into plates and engineering material.
Okay.
See what's available. After I'm done taking care of that explosion thing.
The explosion thing.
Tension release.
Tension release. There you go.
Yeah.
Self-care, but by someone else.
Self-care. That's it. Yes.
Someone else care. Yep. All good.
Yep.
Well, you can do that with your engineering. So if you want to make an engineering roll.
Okay. 1 second. Let me get to my die roller.
I'm not sure
Changed
exactly
on me.
what you'd like to try to find.
Well, I might be looking at. I'm using my engineering. Oh, +2, 14. I didn't get the plus
Yeah.
there.
That's okay.
I use it for my engineering to see if there's any type of methods or means to repair the hole quicker. I mean, and also material. If there's other things we could do to get a move on that, or maybe cut it short to a week or two.
Okay.
Invest some time
Well,
into it.
yep. You
Or
probably,
at least get
with that
started
role,
on it.
Yep. With that role, you've impressed somebody. So, but you're not actually being put down on any repair list, which is kind of odd because Victor said he was going to take care of all that, and you would have assumed that he would have, engaged. There's a manifesto. There's a whole set of list of stuff that's got to be filled out and done. He should have done that easily by now, and it should be underway. But there's nothing there.
Oh, you know what? He did his nano magic on that sucker. We're gonna go back, and it's gonna be shiny pretty. Watch. Victor's wicked.
So
This
I
is
don't
the
know
same
what else you
Victor
want to
from
get.
120 years ago, huh? We don't know
Well,
him,
if
though.
you remember how you met the second Victor, that's all I can say.
Oh my God, he was floating in a chair, and he had yeah. Somehow he overcame exploding.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's wild. But we don't know that yet. We don't know
Not
anything about him. No.
Nope. So, do you want to put yourself sort of second top on the list, and you can use that to try to, bump yourself up and.
Sure. Maybe I'll just use that roll to look for what's the tech level in the world again?
Mary's only a Tech A.
Oh, it's a Tech 10, so they don't have that high tech stuff. Well, maybe I'll just look around and see if there's some good engineering tools or engineering diagnostic equipment, some simple stuff that I could replace or that would better serve my job.
Well, like you said, there's not a shitload of stuff here, but there are a few little pieces that might potentially prove useful.
Okay.
So you find a disbursement prism, you find a magnifying lock, and you find, I'm making this up as I go, I can't remember, and something else that I'll give it a weird name. You find 3 little pieces that, like, you know, that might actually be useful.
I pick them up. How much? A few credits each? 10 credits? I'll buy them.
No, these are ship items that they'll be worth about 5,000.
Okay, then I'll document them and I'll give Tacoma a call.
Okay.
I mean, I'm willing to upfront the money out of my till as long as it's put on the record and I'm reimbursed, and I'll tell him that I think we can use this stuff. See what he says. Well, it's still, I argue with him a little bit. Well, still, Skipper, you've also put me through stress. I want this stuff documented at least.
Yeah, that million credits is only good in the Imperium, guys. You don't actually have any credits here.
Oh.
So
we only have Imperial credits. We can't cash anything in from, so then I can't buy them. So then I'm pissed because I want these things. Damn it!
You do have a little bit of money left over, and Nagan had that. I think you had something like 50-something thousand in the group fund left over from your very first.
Well, I'm going to call Nagan and ask him and say we need about 5,000. I'll reimburse, or we'll figure it out of the Imperial credits later.
Yep.
I'll give Nagan a call then. So now I'm pissed at this captain, Skipper, because he hung up on me. So now I'm bitching even more. Luckily, I released that stress earlier, so
I know. So it's not that much. Yeah. Okay, so Nagan will be able to.
So I'm going to give Nagan a call and say these. I found some engineering tools I think will come in very handy for us. And if the hop drive skips, we might be able to make some adjustments quicker. And they're a tech, but they're not common, and they're good little tools. I need about 5,000 in the current currency, and we'll reimburse it later in Imperial coin.
Yep.
So what does Nagan say to me?
I'm sure he's okay with that. He's also been in the.
Thank you. I tell him where I'm at and to meet me, and then we'll put the tools on. We'll be back for the tools. I let the patron store owner know.
Some of them are big. You're actually in the one of the basically the bays with they're actually refurbishing ships and things. And some of these things are like big things. I'm talking about things that are like 9 feet long and all that sort of stuff. So they're parts of the guts of the machine. Perhaps not part of the hop drive, but parts of the stuff that supports it that it would need should it fail, that you could use that sort of thing. So and parts for the power mechanism and the maneuver drive and all that sort of stuff. So you've got a few bits there. Right. So
if we get them, then I'll thank Nagan profusely, and I'll be happy to get these components back. And I'd want to transport them back to the ship and start toying with them and tinkering with them, because my mind's on keeping that hop drive running and keeping the drives and the engine running. That's where my heart's really at. But now I'm pissed at the skipper. I've got a little edge. I don't really want to talk to him. I'll still honor the chain of command. I won't insubordinate, but it's like being pissed at your boss at work. You just don't want to deal with them.
Cool. So you come into the bay that where your ship is, and as predicted, it's all shiny and new.
I just about hit a brick. I go, son of a bitch. Gonna take me off that list then.
Then you sort of make your way into the engineering section. I need you to give me a 2d6 roll, please.
Straight 2d6?
Yeah.
No stat bonus, no anything?
No, nothing.
Okay, we're rolling right now.
+1 for your high dex. +1 for your high
8,
dex.
9. I got a 9.
9. Okay, now I need you to roll me your intelligence or less on 2d6.
Intelligence is 7. Intelligence or less. Okay.
Yes.
The one time you want a low roll, you don't get it. I'm just a hair above that.
Okay, you see something that you can't make any sense of, so you sort of shake your head and look.
My education's 11. If I could use, you can give me.
So just raw intelligence.
And
actually, Victor's looking over the engines. He's not fiddling with them. He's just looking at them, and just looks up at you. He just says interesting modifications.
I said,
You know something weird happened before that, but your mind is not comprehending it.
I didn't totally take it in. Damn.
No.
So I'm just staring at him with a blank stare, just like in a daze, like a deer in headlights, because I can't figure out what the hell he did or what's going on. And now I'm really curious about him after all the things that I've seen.
So, yep, and you've got this grab trolley dragging it behind you with all these pieces on, so you bring those in and store them. Yep, you'll have to, that's all cool. So he's looking.
I just say to him, do I need to rest again and take another nap, sarcastically, because I know he knows I know something's up with him, but I can't put my finger on it.
He smiles at you, and
I said I'm amazed. I don't know how you did it, but you did 4 weeks in the blink of an eye. But the ship looks beautiful. The whole plates look magnificent. I'm very impressed. I just say that to him.
Well, I guess it serves to have people in high places. He says, you keep a very tidy engineering bay. Good on you. I used to be an engineer myself. Then he walks out.
I'd say thank you as he turns and walks out. Just before he walked out, I say thank you very much.
Yep. So do you want to go over where he was standing and see if there's anything worrying?
Sure, I'll take it. Now I'd be curious, so I'm going to take a double take look at everything. You want me to make an engineering roll?
Yep.
+2 regular engineering roll, because I've... All right, here we go. Ooh, yes. So I'm really looking through everything. I'm looking at where he was, and I'm looking all up and down. And is it shinier, or what do I see?
Well, an interesting thing. There was a mark, a small scratch across one of the inlet pipes, or whatever. It's not there anymore. You were going to get around to like polishing it out, sort of thing, but it wasn't damaging anything. It was just a surface mark.
Okay.
But it's just it's not there, and you sort of double take yourself, thinking, if I've got the right place, you search all around the other inlet, and no, there's nothing there either. It's just not there.
Well, if it's a part I can touch, I would kind of touch it and look for the mark and be kind of curious. You'd have that curious, puzzled look on my face as I'm looking around.
If anything, this looks like it's just come out of the manufacturers, and that's really odd, because the ship, the parts were, have had some use. They shouldn't be this shiny.
We still have cell phones or communicators on us. I'm going to flip mine open and give Lance a call, and I'm going to tell Lance that I don't know what happened, but I'm going to tell him about the ship. But there's something amazing or cybernetic or extremely unusual about Victor. This ship is immaculate. I'm going to have a conversation with Lance and say, I don't know, have you seen anything? I'm asking him anything odd or different about Victor or anything he's done. Tell him about the hole and the dry and how clean the hole is, and everything's polished like new. It was like 4 weeks of work in the blink of an eye.
Go, Teddy.
I just shake my head to myself. No thanks. Maybe when you get back. All right, I'm gonna get back to the drives. You take it easy. Have a good venture. And then I get off the phone with him.
Okay.
Oh, what about Red Hots or Lemon Heads? Ask. Always liked Red Hots. Oh, Lemon Heads. If you can get some extra Lemon Heads, that'd be great. I say back.
Right, yeah. I'll see you go back to him. Give him some. Okay, cool. So everyone comes back on board ship.
Okay.
That's the question, is everyone coming back on board ship? So you all see that the outside of the ship looks like just pretty much how it was given to you.
I look at him and I say, see, is Tacoma there too? I say, This is not normal, but we can't complain. It is it's magical, I say to the crew.
Mm-hmm. A lolly, obviously.
I don't want to know anymore.
Oh no. Oh, he says no, thank you. I don't need anything. No, thank you. It's all fine. I don't eat candy, but thank you. Yes, it's good. It's good, he says. It's good to have people in high places. Right, so we're refueled and ready to go. I think you'll find all your systems are a go again.
Yeah, it's very strange. Why does everything all go again? I mean, we took a bad burn or scorch earlier.
You took some really
Exactly.
heavy serious.
There isn't anybody scratching their head wondering how. I mean, this guy's like high-tech nano magic. We can't. We'd be curious.
Are you revealing things?
I stick my thumb up to Lance as I grab a handful of lemon heads and stuff them in my mouth and go, "You're right, Lance."
That's deep, man.
I just, as I'm chewing on the lemon heads, I just nod my head at them, like, yeah, and inside I'm nodding it like, no. But I'm just like nodding in agreement.
Cool. Okay, so you're given clearance to disembark. You basically make it out to your jump point. Can I get an engineering roll from the two engineers, please?
Yes. Engineering roll right now.
So,
Another 12.
And Negan? Okay. Negan is drifting by again. So
Well, that's okay. I've got it covered. My 12 will cover his slack.
Okay. Now the next jump is into Lankaran's, which is into invaded space. So Victor suggests that you don't go in all guns blazing in case you're outgunned. It's a stealth mission.
Well, that's to Tacoma to deal with.
Yep. So he's not ordering you because he can't, but he's just reminding you at the moment, Tacoma. It is supposed to be a stealth mission. Yep. Radio. Yep. Okay. So if you need to, okay, radio. So the week is spent just looking over Lankaran, getting an understanding. So you will have a fairly high familiarity of the area you're in. So when we start getting there, I mean, I've got no problem if you guys want to start inventing little pieces of landscape or whatever. But basically, you're going to be settling in to an area that has primarily buildings, tech buildings, accommodation, fabrication units, and this is sort of how the Lankarans live now. There is some open natural, if you want to call it natural space, but I mean it's super thick fog, smog, dirty water, brackish water, ground, weirdly evolved small low shrub sort of stuff. That's sort of what's left on the planet's surface. So you'll sort of know the area. If he wants to do that, he's going to have to fabricate that. Does he have what's his, probably not going to get very far with that. What's his gun combat skills? What does he have?
Who are we talking about?
Oh, just what Glenn was sending me. About making some acid squirt guns.
Oh.
Yep. And right. And mech 1 or 2, did you say? Mech 1. Okay, I'm going to let him try to make a prototype in that week. So, but at a flat out, because it's a prototype, he's only going to get a 1 from all those skills. He's just going to get a +1. So that's what he's doing for the week. Where you go, make your roll. No. Okay, rightio. He couldn't even get the basic unit made, so he hasn't wasted any of the acid. He couldn't get the basic unit to actually fabricate properly. That's right. Yeah. Okay. And everything you used kept on being disintegrated by the acid. Never thought about glass though. Anyway, so he tried. The rest of you come out into Lankaran space. Boom. Okay, Will, I need a passive scan, please. So your normal roll +1.
Okay, 1 in there.
And a +1 on top of your normal. Yep, cool. Okay, well, the sensors are picking up really well. So you have a lock on where using the gravitational, the astrogation stuff, you've got a lock on roughly where most of the planets are, where the sun is, astronomical bodies and features. So you can now make an informed navigational roll to plot a supposedly quiet path towards the planet and park in behind one of the smaller moons of Lankaran. Lankaran actually has 4 moons. So never.
All right. Rolling that. Oh, beautiful.
Okay, you come in very quietly. You're on passive. You don't receive hardly any signals. It's when you get into moon orbit do you pick up some extremely weak signals from the surface of the planet. They are encoded, but you can record them and try later on with some various computer analytical algorithms to try to uncode them, or you can try running it through the translator right now. It's really up to you.
Yeah, I want to try right now, see if I can pick up anything meaningful.
Okay.
Is that a computer type roll?
Yes. You can pick up bits and pieces of Lankaran. This is Lankaran people speaking. But parts of it are encoded, so you get some greetings and you get some names, and then they start talking, but then it's like they've been able to encode specific parts of the conversation, which is interesting in itself. But when you think of it, they actually would, if somebody was trying to decode it, that would actually make it harder if they didn't know that these people were speaking Lankaran. Because they have this suddenly, you go Lankaran, and then all of a sudden it's something else, and they think it's like 2 different sort of codes. So the other thing is, sort of on your sensor board, you notice that you're actually receiving some sensor data from your planetary sensors, which normally you've got to be in orbit, but you're actually receiving stuff now. So I don't know if you want to do anything with that, like have another sensor sweep, passive one, or try to get some information or whatever.
Yeah, another passive sweep.
Yep, make another roll.
Therefore, try that. Is that still with an extra 1 or not?
Yes.
Oh, it is. Okay, extra 1 modifier.
From now on, add 1 to all your sensor rolls.
Okay.
Okay. The planet reading. What you're getting is basically what you got a rundown on. You are reading. You're not reading a station as such orbiting, you're reading several pieces of debris. So the station that was there is probably the debris that is there now. You are reading there's several communications. You are reading the electronic signature of where those communications are being generated from. And the really interesting thing is they seem to all be originating from a northern point, but you believe that they're actually all being relayed there from somewhere else, because they wouldn't all be from this one particular point.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not sure how that works. The only other thing that you can really read is that there is technological energy readings. They're still being used. Not sure by who, but technological processes are still going ahead on Lankaran.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there anything else you're looking for?
Let me see. Okay, you said that the Lankaran guys were like 7-foot tall bipedal rhinos.
Yep.
They found a way to derive nourishment from minerals in the soil.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is there maybe? I guess we can't do it with a passive sensor necessarily. I was trying to see if there was a depleted soil composition anywhere. But if I turn on my sensors, they'll know I'm not a farm satellite or anything.
Right. Unless you find a farm satellite, which would be very unlikely here, but
Mm-hmm.
is there a satellite that you can think of that might approximate that you can sort of jump and write a signal on?
Well, if they had a farming or a mining satellite, mining would show depleted areas of minerals as well. It's just a thought. I mean, you need a whole lot of Lankarans to get at. I don't think it's very likely since there's not a lot of Lankarans overall.
Right.
So, yeah, so I'll skip it. Yeah, nothing else then.
Okay. Radio. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. On the dark side, yep. You're sort of on the on the horizon, so you can receive these other messages. Yep. Yeah. You're assuming it's the remains of the outport at this point. Mm-hmm. So all the signals that around communications seem to be originating in the northern hemisphere in one particular spot, which doesn't make sense. So somehow they're all being routed that way and then sent out. Yeah. So they're hiding their original signal, hiding their point of origin, basically. Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Yep. Semi-coded, yeah, semi-coded. Each other. They're talking with each other. Probably.
They haven't picked us up yet either, right? We're still incognito.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
wanna stay there.
Pierre, you got enough roll. You'd say there's around, on a quick calculation, there's over 2,000 individual conversations going on this network.
2,000.
So there's at least 4,000 link currents there.
And these are the Rhino people, yeah.
Yep.
Lincorns.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm. It's just encoded somehow. Yep. So Will's partially decoded some of the link current stuff, but there's other stuff that's encoded. So Tacoma, I think you've got the best computer skill. Samuel, can you give me a engineering roll for the engines, please?
Yeah. All right, I'm on it. Hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Get to the engineering roll right now. Boom, 9.
Everything's good. Back to Tacoma.
Good.
Yep. No, it'll be a 10. No, 10 and over. Okay. No. Okay. So, yep. So it takes him about 4 hours before, and this is only on one of them. Okay, he hasn't done it on all of them. On one of them. So he decodes the encoded part, and then it gets put through the translator. So it's a conversation between two particular link currents, and they're talking about a flow of ore to be processed into an alloy, which is helping them. Apparently, it sounds like they're trying to build a huge ship, because the type of alloy he's using is used primarily in the structural hull of a starship. And they're talking about vast quantities. And they're talking about, somewhere along the lines, it gives you the impression they are like quite close to completion. No, not tantalum. That's for the engines. They're talking about just various alloys used in the hull structure itself.
Crystal iron type of stuff. Yeah.
Or lanthanum.
Lanthanum's for the jump drives.
Yeah.
That's you gotta have a grid of
Crystal
lanthanum.
iron or yeah.
Yeah.
The hull requires a lanthanum grid.
Yeah.
Lanthanum.
Well,
Yeah.
tantalum
That's
is
the
the 2300 stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yep, that's okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But but they're talking about this other alloy that they need. They're talking about tons and all sorts of stuff. So the amount of stuff they're talking about, you actually think they're talking about something really huge, really huge. Now, if you can give me something that can contain thousands of Lankarans. So you're talking a monstrous ship.
Am I listening to the conversation, Steve?
Well, I don't know because Tacoma's doing all this, so you might still be in the engineering bay.
Because I was going to say, if I have any numbers, I could make an estimate I could do an engineering roll and make an estimate of what they're trying to build or what size I think it is.
Yep.
But that's up to Tacoma to fill me in on that.
Yep. The other thing, Tacoma. Okay. The other thing you get is an aside of it. Yes, there was a sighting about one of the night ones, but we think we've buried it. It hasn't surfaced again, but we're aware there's a small group of them, and they mention a name which you can look up on a map. Apparently, there's some night ones, whatever they are, in the area, a small group of them. Apart from that, they talk mainly about this production of this, the mining and production of this ore. Audio. Mhm. 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 Yep. All in that northern hemisphere. Yep. Near the North Pole. To identify anything more, you're going to have to use active.
Mm.
Not yet. No. To your knowledge, you have basically stealthed your way to the second moon.
Yeah, we want to stay stealth as much as possible. Unless there's something we could hide behind and then put our active sensors on where we could might be able to bounce off of some things and not be read. If that's possible. That's up to the sensor guy and you, the referee, Steve.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah. Or creating an active link. Mm-hmm. As far as you're aware, they're allies. And wanted allies. Like sought out allies.
Well, I would suggest no matter what we do, whatever we do, we should bounce it off of Victor, in my opinion, because Victor's like elite, man. We already know he's got an edge on things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take, Matadar? What do you think?
I think. So, I think we should try to hook into their communications network and talk to them, if we can.
Well, there go.
Yep. Yep. You'd have to use active to actually start talking. Use the link onto it. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. If you can't do an active link difference. No, you don't. This ship only has an air raft. 200-ton. 2. Mm-hmm. It is a small ship.
We've got good armor guns, though.
Mm-hmm. Possible. It's possible. So can I get a nav roll, please, from Will
Okay.
for that information? Depending on what he gets. Okay, from Will's calculations, to get closer, as in to swap your orbit from second moon to first moon, will take about 7 days, is roughly when Will calculates that the moons will be sort of lining up, in which case you can sort of hop over one behind the other and move in closer. There are other planets. There are 5 planets in total. This is a large red star. Old. I can't remember the proper spectral thing of it. And there's 5 planets. You're not, since you haven't used active, you know there's 5 planets. You know, planet 3, planet 5 are the biggest because of their gravitational field or displacement. The first planet is the smallest. You only get very gross details from passive scans. So you're assuming
We know that the gas giants.
planet 3 and 5 are gas giants because they had the biggest gravitational displacement. You can.
Which planet is this? 4?
Yep. 2.
This is 4. Oh, 2. Okay.
Yeah, number 2. Yep. So okay, well if you just cross-reference it, yep. Planet 3 and planet 5 are gas giants. The planet 3 is a small gas giant. Planet 5 is a large gas giant. Yeah. The moons are lifeless. Although the third moon was supposed to have a station on it.
How far is that moon from us?
With a passive roll, please, Will.
Okay, sensors. Still +1?
Yep.
Good.
Will's plotted it. It's if you are on the 6 o'clock of the clock, it's at around about halfway between the 10 and 11, and it's coming towards you, so it's going anti-clockwise. And it will be behind you in 3 days. If you wish to visit it. Well, you'd be moving away, so you'd actually be increasing the distance. going to the third moon. You're in the second moon. The first one, the 7 days away, was the first moon. The third moon is only 3 days away from crossing your shadow, if you like. Nothing that Will has picked up, no. But then, you know, Will hasn't picked up much in the way of astrological data around like satellites or anything else in the area. So, and there were some. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, closer. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Or you can just set up an active link from where you are. Yeah. No. No. You haven't. Yep. And from all the passive scans, Will has not picked up anything unusual. But I mean that could mean absolutely nothing. But just yeah, he's picked up nothing unusual per se.
Yeah.
Have you talked to Victor yet? Oh, he says that he is here to command the Marines once you get down on the planet. Until then, he can only act as an advisory mode. So he says you're the team. You know your capabilities best. So how do you propose that you're going to tackle this? My mission with the Marines will be to secure some intel from the area that we've been trained on. There's certain things that we need to gain some intel on. And so the area that you guys were trained on, yep, the area that you were going to land on is roughly on the equator. And it's about a third of the way around the planet from the area that you've sort of identified as the broadcasting point, if you like, of the communications. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Did you want to give Samuel the
Why not? The
information
Greys do
about
it all the time.
about the ore stuff? Did you want to give Samuel the information about the ore that they're producing for the hull and the tonnages and that stuff? Okay, yeah. Okay, Samuel, get your little slide ruler out and start making calculations.
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna take the measurements and I'll get on my pocket computer and some of my engineering manuals and design manuals, and I'm gonna make an engineering roll to see if I can estimate kind of what it sounds like they're making or what size it might be. I roll a 10.
Okay. They are making something around the size of a 5,000-ton hull ship. It's probably a generation ship because they haven't mentioned anything about
Okay.
lanthanum. which means it's probably not going to be
Sublight.
warp capable. Jump capable, sorry.
Jump capable, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're going to have to get to the planet, wherever you are.
Can you accelerate and go in?
Your question is what, Sam? Oh, I see. Okay, sorry. Now this ship is a... Damn, I've forgotten.
I think we got a ship sheet.
You got it here.
Yeah, it's in the handouts here, guys. Just getting to the travel part.
4G.
4G?
Oh no, that's
yeah.
the Fury. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong ship. That's the Fury. I don't have the ship in here. I don't have it in the handouts.
Hang on a second.
Unless you got it. You got it in the Google.
Are you sure? If I just left the Fury, oh, I've left the Fury there. Super wonderful. Where the hell would I put it? Oh, there's the new ship. Yeah, it's in the Google thing. The new ship is a 3G.
3G Hop 1. Yep, Power
Yep.
Plant 3.
Yep.
I got it too, Steve.
Cool. So 3G. Let's have a look. Size 7 planet. Would take you approximately just over 2 minutes to get there at 3G.
I agree, but I think we should go in as silent as possible. Accelerate and coast in, and then maybe decelerate and land and try to just trick out their sensors and go in like the Greys. Go in totally cognito. Stay in the dark. That's my opinion.
Do we want to maybe sneak out to Lankaran 3, the gas giant, and like refuel before we do this, so we have a full tank just in case things go south?
There's hydrographics on this planet. We could refuel there. We could dive and hide in a pond or a lake or an ocean. Just take it out of the water.
That'll work. I was thinking there was no water on this planet because of the industrialization. All right.
Yeah.
60%, right, Steve? You say 60%?
Yep, 60%.
Yeah.
The taint in the atmosphere won't hinder that, will it? No.
Sorry? You won't know until you get into it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Dane, I'll do it. There's how many? Say 20 of them. No, 40 of them. Let's do it in groups of 5. So 6 rolls, Dane. Who's got Dane?
Oh, I think I.
And they're all good. All 40 of them make it out of sleep. Cool. Tacoma, takes you 2 minutes to get, so a minute of burning into 3G and then a minute burning to turn around, and then you have to make a, that part's easy, so just give me a, what do I want? Okay, so you've got an option. You can, hopefully Will can navigate and keep you as quietly behind as many objects as possible. or yep. So, but this one is one where you roll 1d6 and add your level.
And Steve rolls the other.
Yeah. If I can just
Oh, sneaky.
yeah.
That's a new twist on Traveler I've never heard before. That's kind
Yeah,
of
it's just an uncertain roll, that's all. Okay, so where you go, Will?
Okay, sorry. What am I to roll? 1d6 only?
Plus your nav.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see. The
So
nav being
the better the better, the bigger the better. Just a little bit of anticipation.
okay. So sorry. I gotta manually do 1d6 plus 1 uncertain nav. Pretty good.
Pretty good. You feel happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, you lock it in. Okay, we won't need a piloting roll until you start entering the atmosphere, because landing in Lankaran is a dangerous thing because of the pollution in the atmosphere. Okay, so you just follow the flight path as best you can. There is, as I said, there's debris, and as you get closer, you can confirm visually that it is what's been left over from the upport. Visually, and Will, can you give me a passive with a +1 sensor sweep as you get closer and closer?
Still sensing.
Okay. You're not picking up too much detail, so I can't give you any more new information apart from what you already have. At least visually, you're not seeing anything odd. The navigational plan has actually got you coming into a sort of a slight sweep to the left side of the debris, because the debris sort of spread out to the right of the main body. So it's sort of orbiting clockwise around the planet, and sort of is spread out in that sort of path. So you sort of come in like a curved orbit around it and then duck inside it. Okay, at the 2-minute mark, you're about to hit the atmosphere, so Tacoma, it's you light up for the piloting. Okay, it's rough. There's some bumps and bits and pieces. Probably will be a little bit of minor damage to the ship, nothing major. Nothing a couple of hours outside won't fix up with a bit of a Brillo pad or a water gum or something.
I'm cussing in the engineering room as I feel the turbulence. Gosh.
Yeah. It's
Hangs up on me and he can't pilot worth a shit. I'm bitching to myself.
Yeah. Tacoma, this is one of the worst planets you've ever had to come into. You have particulate in the atmosphere. You've got the filters tuned up to max. You're like the wind shear. This atmosphere is in like dying desperation gas. Like they've really screwed around with it. It's highly unpredictable. You're actually doing some of the best flying you've ever done in your life to stay alive anyway. Finally, you get down to the disembarking point. You're only about 10, 15 yards off point, meters off point. So you come down, you land, cargo bay comes down, Victor and his crew activate their battle dress before you do that, and then they storm out. You close the door, and what are you doing? Victor says he'll send a message when he's ready to be evac'd, if you're not joining them. Okay. Yep. Okay. Will, just give me another nav roll, please. Just very low numbers will be disastrous.
Okay.
You're fine. You can direct them there pretty quickly and easily. It's a matter of about 20 minutes, and you're over water.
this planet pretty barren? There's not a lot of people here, or
It's very hard to see much of the planet. It's like if you're in the middle of a dust
oh, it's so
storm.
foggy and shitty.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah, it's really bad. They're basically using their sort of. You're going to have to use active scanners. You cannot use passive
So these
scanners.
these idiots ran like coal power and diesel motors like nonstop for decades, huh? Just pouring the shit out.
Thousands of years.
Wow.
They just
Never thought about something else like
no, they weren't
renewables.
ecological based. They were all technical based. That's why they had such a high technical index. So you're active. You're fine, sort of. Well, can you give me one active roll, please? Active sensor roll.
Okay, this is the active stuff, still +1s. Or
Yep.
are we done with that? All right.
No, from now on, you get a +1
All right.
from your ship all the time. Okay, you're sort of coming in, and you suddenly read a slight increase in mass on the starboard aft section of the outer hull.
Increases mass on starboard aft section.
Yeah.
We got a hitchhiker.
Where's Victor? Is he inside or outside? Is he hanging outside on the wing just for...
About 20 minutes away.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, now do we have a camera going to that area? Can I look and see what it is?
You don't really have a camera there. You just have sensors that give you that sort of information.
Okay, I want
Increase
to...
the mass. That would roughly be equivalent of like 2 people, humans, average humans.
Okay, well, I wonder if those nanomachines are taking us over when Victor touched the ship, and it's maybe creating a growth, or...
It could be, but none of you know it's nano.
I can't see what it is.
Right. But you can tell there is now moving over to the port side of the aft of the section.
What? It's moving?
Mm.
And I don't have any visual or other information on it.
No, apart from displacement.
Huh.
Need to shake that loose or something.
Yeah. Oh, is it a squid or something from the ocean? Who knows?
Well, you're
Can
still
we-
around about 15 meters above the water. You haven't gone in yet.
Oh, we didn't go in yet. Okay.
No.
Leaping squid.
Is there any?
Possibly.
We don't know when. I only started the sensors more recently. I would have known before. This is a crazy thing. Some sort of critter. Do we have any way to electrify the hull?
No.
That worked in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It
It did, didn't it?
just slushed right off.
But I believe Sergeant Lance is in the missile turret.
Yeah, if
Turn
you
it
can
around,
get it.
you can turn the turret around. It's really hard to pick out. I need you, please, to give me a what skills do you have, Sergeant Lance? Recon will do. There is something out there. You can actually see some sort of dark, largish shape, bigger than human, moving in all the whatever it is. It's moving across the central point of the top of the deck, moving over to, and you sort of start losing sight. It probably hasn't got to the edge of the ship yet, and you're sort of losing sight of it. If you remember, your ship has got like wide wings sort of thing. Something's there. Could be
He
something
said it was
bigger.
bigger.
Yeah, they are.
Who could it be? It could be one of their. Could it be one of their Rhino commandos just hanging on our wing and moving around? But he moved from one. He moved from starboard to port.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Lance, if you're a gunner, you got to get a visual on this thing. It's masts on our wing. I don't like it.
We could just hit the water hard and see if it knocks it loose.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So,
Why not? Go for it. No, Tacoma doesn't want to do it, but he can order someone like Sergeant Teddy to do it.
Devin is willing.
Unfortunately, yep, one of them's on the belly, so it's useless. The laser's on the belly, and the missile's on the aft in the middle.
Maybe. Alternately, I could go out in battle dress and wave my FGMP at him.
Oh, it sounds like someone's keen to get their FGP, their weapon out. Okay, right, Tacoma.
I wonder, when we start refueling, though, I'm going to want to check the water we intake. I want to do whatever I can immediately to check the intake.
Glad someone thought of that problem.
I'm on that. I'm concerned with all the toxins and stuff. Do we have the right filters? Are we going to be able to extract clean enough unrefined hydrogen? I don't want toxins going through these lines or anything to affect the hop drive. So as engineer,
anything else,
that's my number one goal. That's my biggest concern. I'm also leery of whatever's leached onto our ship too, a little bit.
Yep.
I mean, that's
did we have a refiner included on our ship?
Yes, you do.
You do? Okay.
Yep. Okay, so Tacoma, give me a piloting roll to go into the water hard, so you can hopefully knock it off the hull. You hit pretty hard. Samuel, some more cussing.
Yeah.
Something's probably got bent in that one.
Yeah, I'm cussing.
Give me a sensor roll. Oh, no, you're already aware of it, so don't worry. You get something that moves very quickly from the aft section right to the edge of the back of the ship. Well, that's just says where that whatever it is. So it's either off the ship now or it's potentially on the back of the ship. Yep. Okay, so Teddy, you're moving around. Yeah. Just looking, and oh, you won't need to. Just need to let this picture load. Because out of the water, so you've got some lights on. This thing emerges.
Oh crap!
And it doesn't look like a rhino person.
I'm screenshotting this thing.
Hang on, I'll just
Where
move
did
it
it go?
It's a bit easier.
Oh, yay! Oh, dude, we fought these dudes before. They're ugly. Oh man, wasn't this the dude that just like? Oh, those are different.
No,
on
that was just a
spaceship?
chimera, matey. This is something much more evolved. Anyway,
Let's fry it in the atmosphere. Let's
mhm.
jet it up.
So, Judy, this thing is on the turret. It's not like across the turret that you could fire, but it's on the turret. Now, your turret is a
What about
pop-up
laser?
turret, and this thing starts bashing the glass.
Oh man.
Wham, wham. The
Could we, like-
heavily.
What you do see, Sergeant Judy, is it seems to be retracting its arm as if it's going to do something quite dangerous in a second. Is there anything you want to do? Okay, you pop it down. Boom. Right on.
Couldn't we like rub them up against the rock or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Fucking
but
lovely.
the doors that close, they don't close all the way because there's a shaft that appears, made sort of the same thing, and the doors grind. They don't quite close. The shaft thing is there, so possibly you've actually got it trapped.
Oh, got its arm trapped. Why don't we rub up against some mountainsides or something, just sideways?
Sam wants the ship to rub up against the mountain.
Well, not completely. You need Jacob Promethean piloting though. He's dead 150 years ago.
Are you okay, Tacoma? Are you opening the fuel line to start sucking in the water?
Right.
That the won't know until you start putting it in, and Roger Samuel is all on that. He's going to tell you yes or no. Just are you opening the doors to start sucking in what you need to? Okay. Okay. Where you go, Will?
Sorry, a sensor roll?
Yes, thank you. Active sensor roll.
+1 active. I mean, the +1 modifier in use.
Yep. He can't tell.
No.
There's like the atmosphere. There's a shitload of particulate. You're in a thick soup. Very hard to tell. Although, if you want to, Will, you can try to use instead of engaging your planetary sensor stuff that you're using to, take into consideration all that sort of stuff, you could try using some of your gravimetric sort of sensors to see if there's any variation. The only thing you can tell is that the turret doors have not successfully shut.
Okay, stuck.
Yeah, that's the only thing you can tell.
So our turret doors are stuck.
Yeah, are not completely shut, but if you want to quickly jury rig the astrogation sensors to try to get a gravitic map of outside.
Okay, so real close range gravitic sensors.
Yep. So I'm just going to say sensors -1, but the +1 for the sensors still applies.
Okay, so that brings it to a 0.
Mm-hmm.
That's much better.
Okay, rightio. So around about 3 meters, there is an object that's swimming towards the front of the ship. And this thing displaces roughly, has the same gravitic displacement as something that would equal roughly 2 men.
It's the same thing, I think.
No, there's no gravitic mass by the turret.
It's the
Oh,
same
so it's
thing.
on-
It got off the turret and it's swimming now around the ship.
Possibly. And
Put a
whatever
pulse
that
laser up his
thing
ass.
was, you can see it's been at the end of it. It sort of falls in on top of the glass, the plexi, whatever. The turret can close properly, but you can sort of see it. This, whatever this is, there is sort of some sort of fibrous muscle-like mass or something that's at the end of it that seems to have been pulled apart. So it's ripped it, whatever it is, it ripped it off itself.
It just ripped its arm off to get out. It's crazy. It's a crazy creature. Probably grow back. Insane. I would
As you're
like to put a hole
following,
in its ass.
Will, you've got a target on this. The creature,
Hold on.
the
I want to
gravitic
do some
mass.
tests on the fuel lines first before we start pulling in tons of fuel. I want to see that we can filter it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. Okay.
taking a
So
little bit
you
in
do
here.
that, and Will, as that's happening, the creature, as you are assuming it is, it disappears from your gravitic sensor sweep roughly midship on the port,
It's on the ship.
which I'm just looking.
Where's our map?
I called Tacoma and I asked him, couldn't he drive the bottom of the ship like into the bottom of the lake, like hard? Maybe crush this thing?
Yeah, you don't want to drive it to the bottom of the lake. It would put it roughly where your port intakes are.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Too much for
Sam.
fuel.
Yep. Okay.
We don't have no
So
fuel.
just give me a piloting roll, please, to get back up into space. Won't be so bad though. Well, it's bad, but it's.
We didn't have a chance to get our fuel, did we?
No, but okay. So you're back up in orbit, but Samuel, give me an engineering roll, please. You did take some water in, so you can tell. Yeah,
8. Okay.
It'll work. It'll take a little bit more processing time, but it's safe to use, providing you can get it in the machine.
I'm wondering if we can go down in a
things to
different
filter out.
location and get fuel away from this creature thing. Obviously, I mean, we need to get fuel.
Yep.
And who's going to volunteer to do that? A little space.
So switching back to your normal sensor scroll. Make it again, Will.
Well, we're in
Okay,
space
yeah,
now. If
'cause-
this is a bipedal breather, it's dead.
I want proper eyes on the ship to try to detect this thing, and if I have to, I'll go out there with a little fly swatter in my hand. And yeah, ow, loud mic.
Yep.
Hold on, guys. I got to take a call.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you have lost it. Either it's fallen off or you're not reading the information correctly, but you've lost it. Okay. Doing a pretty good sweep, knowing sort of roughly what to expect. Teddy, you do the best sweep. And as far as you can tell over what you can see, I mean, there's only one place that you can't see that well, and that's the little area that's immediately in front of you where, because you have the turret, and then you have there's a sensory set of stuff, and in between the sensory stuff is where it's only the possible potential place it could hide, or it could hide a lot more further forward, possibly on the roof of the cockpit. because if it was on the bonnet, so to speak, of the ship, you would be able to see it. Underneath, apart from the angle parts and the intakes, whoever is in the laser turret can't see a thing. Again, it also could be on the rear of the ship, so it's like on the sides is where you've got the blind spot.
Yeah, I guess that would be the best thing to do, because I'm
Okay.
not happy about the thought that that thing's still out there.
Okay, so you're going to have to be leaving the aft, by the aft, because having a look there, I actually see that it's it only has an aft and a forward ramp cargo deck airlock. Well, as an aft airlock. Yeah, we've got it on the phone call. That's all cool. Yep. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay, I'll reconnect.
Yep. Well, Tacoma's piloting, Will's on sensors. Samuel really needs to be in the engineering block. Yeah, which won't work in space that well. Sorry, I missed that. Yeah. The HUD display, it's just a HUD display, that's all. If that was your question, sorry, but no. Yep. Oh, yeah. Mhm. Yep, Devon, and yep. So you're in the rear lock, you get on to business, and you start. Okay.
Yep.
Sounds like a good thing. So I just need ranges, guys. How far normally is in combat is short range? Here we go. Here we go. Short range, because it's at this thing can only be fired from 6 meters. To have a chance to hit it, 6 meters or more. Get any close and you're in a bit of trouble. Just saying, just so you know. Mm-hmm. All cool. All good?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll bring an advanced combat rifle because it says here that FGMP is on the shoulder, so I should be able to use two-handed weapons, I guess.
Now, which one of you guys has 0G combat?
I have 0G1.
You both do? Okay, that's excellent.
One
You'll be
point.
able to use that because both of those are slug throwers, I think.
Yep.
Ah, right. All good. Okay. Which one?
Oh, we got
ACR.
an FGMP-14. I've got an advanced combat rifle. I
Guess we'll find out.
think so. It'll have a lot of recoil. Well, Mythbusters tested bullets in vacuum and they worked fine. But yeah, recoil would be the problem.
Yeah. I'd say they wouldn't move as fast as in an atmosphere, but they probably would ignite. Oxygen, yeah. But I would be assuming that they would, that by this technology level, they'd be able to, you know, be able to combust without. That's the one. Yeah.
They had footage of it working in a vacuum. It was actually really cool.
Cool. Okay.
The flash was bigger and brighter, and not much else. Exploding gas spread faster. Yeah, exploded faster apparently. Yeah, basically.
Anyway,
Okay. All good.
Jerry, there's two
Yep.
guys on the hull. They're going to recon the hull. We're back up in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
in space. Yeah.
Yep.
And there's two creatures on the hole?
No, there's going to be
Oh.
3 in a second.
A creature that's
Damn.
a creature the size of
the
two men.
starboard bow.
Oh, really? Why don't we just like do some fusion? Oh, we can't shoot up our hole though. We gotta be careful.
Don't shoot up our own ship, please. That's. I think
Okay.
I did.
Already-
I think I
Why
did
don't
some
we just, like-
embroidery.
Why don't we do a 3G loop around the sun and just roast the fucker?
Many
Yeah.
days to get there and back. Okay, so basically we're going to shorten this down by just going for the surprise roll first. So I believe that's a 1d6. So whichever one of you guys has a tactics only.
Battle dress gives a +2 for surprise, according to Mercenary.
Awesome.
What if we just fall into the atmosphere like the space shuttle and fry them off? Okay. I'm still in the engine room, right?
Yep.
I'm not out there. Okay.
Not yet.
Can I get a camera view? I get to watch these guys get effed
No,
up.
there's no cameras on the outside.
Yeah.
You can go outside and watch. You don't? Okay, well that's okay. So it's up to Mentar. Mentar, did you say you get a +2 with your battle dress?
Yes.
Okay, so just decide which one of you two wants to roll for the group. Who do you have tactics at all, Mentar?
What's that?
Do you have tactics at all?
No.
Oh God. Okay. So yeah, so either one of you can do the roll. 1d6 +2, please.
I guess I'll do it. All right.
Hope for a big number.
Hope.
That's not too bad. And it gets a...
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so I get a round of surprise. Yeehaw, lucky me.
So these
Oh, no,
creatures
sorry,
are
you're
still,
right. It's going to be
still
3
alive
later,
in
so no,
space.
you're fine. You're fine.
they're
sorry.
still. How are they still alive in space? That's just.
Oh,
insane.
that's because I know
it's,
how these things work. Yeah, and monsters are allowed to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, rightio. So, here we go.
Are we dead yet?
Nanites.
Not yet.
Getting close. Okay.
No, I'm
He's
getting
not
it
there yet.
right now.
Death
Yeah.
is coming.
Oh, there he
You'll
is.
Am I leaving the wrong game? Am I? Should I be leaving this, not the other?
Welcome back, Skipper.
Yeah.
Okay, Teddy and Devlin. Because it's a very small area. Oh goody. This thing is at short range, which means I'm going to put it at 2 meters away from you.
Hi there.
Yeah. So I'm going to randomly roll which one it goes for. So 1, 2, 3, it's Devlin. 4, 5, 6, it's Teddy. Yep. Yep. You're doing all this simultaneously. Yeah, it's like you got to imagine yourself. You're on the edge of something. You just come over the edge and suddenly it's there, sort of thing. Or it's behind something and you thought it was part of the furniture and all of a sudden it's there. So, but this is all simultaneous. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, Mentor. Sergeant Teddy is who I'm going for. So you guys, so it's launching with a hand-to-hand attack. What you can see, you see this again, Sergeant Lance. It basically on its right arm, it just holds it out and sort of flicks the arm up, and then out from underneath there somewhere, out shoots this huge spike thing, which may or may not impale you. We'll see. So I've got to treat it as so you're wearing combat armor, which gives me a -6, +4, -2, +2, 0. Yep.
So these guys are in the lake, huh?
No, you're in space.
Well, now
And
they are. But
it manages to miss you. Okay, this spike, like, it doesn't shoot away from the arm. It's still attached in the arm, but it shoots out. Like, it makes a step to get closer, but it shoots out a good 3-odd feet. This thing looks nasty. It actually acts like a pike. So that'll give you an idea of what, if you get struck by this, what you're facing. Okay, you guys, how are you? Like, this is all happening at once. Well, you guys, do whatever you need to do. Unfortunately, you can't use your fusion guns because it's just too close. And you will miss.
if you want to put a hole in the
Yeah,
hull,
but
Well, we've got rocket-assisted flight that lets us travel 100 miles per hour. We could back up pretty quickly. I think that's what Devin is going to do. So yeah, I'm backing up with the rocket-assisted flight
Mm-hmm.
to get back out of immediate melee range from this thing.
Okay. Really? Okay, so you're off the ship, but that's okay. You've got rocketed flights, so you're all fine. So how far do you want to go back, guys? Yeah. About 10 meters?
the right range.
Looking
Medium.
it up.
I'll tell you, but my cat's sitting on that piece of paper. Right, she who rules the house. Oh, here it is. No, she's on the other piece. Let's just say at medium, 5 meters is considered enough range to try to shoot this thing. That's all I'm saying. No, I looked at range here. Well, I looked at range here. Medium range is 6 to 50 meters. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, so 6 meters is what you'd have to say. If you go 10 meters, you're in medium range. It's far enough away and close enough, yeah. So So Devlin, do you have the particular weapon skill you need?
I have heavy weapons. Yeah, 1.
You do. So one plus. Hang on. Now let me just get the 1 plus 4 for range was plus 5 less. Now I just need to check for the armor. Plus 4 is 9.
Don't sound too happy there.
Oh, it's funny.
See?
Yeah. Armor usually takes things down. This weapon adds to it. Plus 9. Where you go, Devlin?
Okay. Okay, so that's plus 1 for skill, plus 4 for range, and plus 9 for armor.
No, plus 1 for skill, plus 4 for range, plus 4 for armor.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
plus 9 total. I thought that sounded ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's what you get.
Yeah.
Okay, boom. Damage is hideous. 16D. Where you go.
Okay.
Okay, well, that just makes it through its strength. No, just joking. It piles through its strength, piles through its dex, piles through its endurance, piles through its intelligence, and education and social standing, all of its skills, its body weight, and yeah. This thing just melts. Atomizes almost. That doesn't quite atomize, but there's particles. That's 1.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. Well, Tacoma, yeah, this could be considered one of them. But it's no longer living. This
Yeah,
is
but
a
this
plant
is
alien.
one of them.
Yeah. This is
No,
well, this was a plant alien.
we trust the militaristic scouts more.
Even if we wanted to do that mission, it's not possible. It would just break out before we even got back.
Oh no, I'm all for it. I was just trying to ask a question while not
Yeah.
trying to interrupt.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you two go around to do a recce. Yes? So, can I get a recon from Sergeant Lance? What skills, recon or tactics do you have, Devon?
Neither.
Oh, crap. Yeah. Will, do you want to do another, or mind you, up here, you'd have to swap over and do a -1, try to change the gravitic scanning.
At -1?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay. So is it +1 from before?
Yep.
-1 makes
The
0.
+1 on the sensor equipment, unless that changes, is always going to be there.
Okay, so that cancels that out to 0. Ugh. No, I'm getting nothing.
No, you can't even pick up the 2 out there.
That's right. I'd expect 3 blips or 3 little gravitic bumps and contour lines, but I'm not getting anybody.
Nope. And can I get Devon, please, just to give me a 2d6 roll? Excellent. You all think there's nothing there. You can't detect it anyway, if it is. There is a whole lot of burning and sort of just slowly stopping burning like embery bits that are sort of shooting off away directly opposite from where Devon is. As in the remains of the creature flying out into space. Not that there's much.
I get it. Yeah.
There's nothing on the hull. He hit it right square in the chest. He basically pulled it off, and it's all gone.
Yeah, well,
And
that
it's all
doesn't mean
gone
anything. He might be full of these nanomachine things. He might spread and infect from a single speck. We don't know that.
But you don't know anything about the nano things. Yep. Well, Will's check. But you all think you don't see it. I think that's Dane who can check the bottom of the ship again, make his roll. He doesn't think he sees anything either.
You guys, I have gunner skill. If you want me to get up, I've got lasers.
No,
I
it's just the people who are in the turrets there, Gary.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
yep.
Cuddling up to a nice shiny engine. Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys come in through the life. Yep, doing a scan, Yep. You cycle through the airlock, you enter through the engineering section, and like, you know, your helmet comes down or whatever it does, and
We've still got decontamination area, right?
no, well, the airlock sort of decontaminates if you need to. No. It managed to miss.
Not that you know. Hey guys, I think we should go in hot and fast.
Okay.
There's like this voice in the back of my head that says that we should do that. We're gonna do that. Yeah.
If you can find
The
that.
engineer buckles up, but yes, not enough to damage the hull plates.
You missed all that, so they can tell you about it later. But yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm just going on what Glenn's the little fairy in my head.
Okay, so Tacoma, just so you know,
That's
you've
scary.
already come through this atmosphere once. It's a really tough atmosphere. It's highly unpredictable. It's full of particulate matter. The wind shear is disgusting. It's horrible. It's all over the place.
So I will tell
And
everyone
now
to
you're
pray.
purposefully coming in a little bit deeper to get enough friction going. So you're actually suffering a -2 on your piloting roll.
Cool.
Nice.
Unless there's any more negatives that I don't know about, then
No,
yes! Yes!
So, as before, it's thick and foggy and soupy in the atmosphere, same pretty much as the water, though the water's just a little bit denser. You still haven't had a call to come and evac Victor and his group of Marines. They're still doing whatever they want to do. I don't know what they're doing, but, well, I do, but the other thing is, what are you trying to do? You're trying to find another spot where you can get some water to... Yes, it is.
Yeah, but you're now the voice I'm just following. Yep. All right, so they just blew the shit out of it.
Applied FG.
Yeah. All right. So we need a refuel. There's no gas giants.
There is 2 gas giants in the system, but they're a long way away.
But I was able to scoop right when. Was that the roll I was trying to make? Was the scoop?
No, the roll, you haven't made the roll yet, but the roll, sorry, when you're down there, you got enough water because Samuel had to test to see whether or not your filters could actually take on the water, and that's where we worked out, yes, the water is okay to be used as fuel, but it will take a bit longer to filter it out.
I'm going to be on those filters too, because I don't want my hop drive getting messed up.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, all right. Then it's going to take too long to get to the gas giants and back.
Yep.
Let's try to use this icky water then.
So you've already had one location. Do you want to try somewhere else? So you had a location near the equator. Did you want to try another water mass somewhere else in the hope that the creatures aren't there? And where
I'd
would
say
that be?
cold,
And how would you
polar.
work that out? Mm-hmm.
Polar region.
Yeah.
There's a chance.
Cold
might
somewhere
be
cold and not in the sun.
Yeah.
None of this planet is in the sun. That's it. It's
All right. Cool.
You get a really
Somewhere cold.
weird sort of red, baleful glow in the sky, and that's roughly where the sun is.
Yeah.
don't
Somewhere
see the
away
sun.
from that little glow.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Give me a normal piloting roll, please.
So we're still incognito too, right?
With that roll?
Well,
Come on.
no, but you want to head north or south?
Which is close to the Marines?
They're both equal distant because they're roughly on the equator.
They're at the equator.
North!
Yeah.
North? Okay.
Let's head north.
Okay. North towards the radio pulsing thing or away from the radio pulsing thing?
Towards.
Kalpa clan.
Towards.
Towards?
We
Okay.
might
Alright,
find
someone said
something
towards.
cooler.
Let's say go towards then.
Okay. Rightio. So, you fly there. You check out the will, please. Sensor roll. You're using active, aren't you?
Will, are you there?
He might be
Oh,
right.
sorry, I muted
Yep.
myself. Will
Sorry.
we have to use active sensor in this case?
Stay on active. Stay
Okay.
passive.
Well, up to you, but it's gonna there'll be a penalty.
Yeah.
Trying to find a large enough landmass, a deep enough water mass to get into.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm gonna.
So you can identify water masses, but you can't identify depth unless you use active scanning. It's up
Yeah.
to you.
Okay, I'm going active.
60% water. Though.
Okay. Yep, you got one. This time, are you directing them towards the middle of the water, as opposed to near the shoreline or anything?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you're really detecting it
Somehow.
before you hit water.
I think he got onto the ship when we dropped off dudes.
Possibly. Okay. So, Tacoma, do you take the ship into the water?
We need a
sorry,
refuel.
Will, you are detecting that this water is around about 700 meters deep.
Okay, active sensors say 700 meters deep.
Yeah. And you've got a good layout of the floor of the lake. So it's all pretty flat. You'll be able to have your active sonar going as much as you want to detect 360.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. We're starting to make a little noise here, but the Marines are already in the middle of their mission.
Yeah,
So that's okay.
Okay, rightio. So you start pumping. Will, give me a sensor sweep. Nothing in the first 2 hours. Fueling is going to... How many tons of fuel do you need? Sorry, I've forgotten. Jerry?
Oh, where's the ship? Let me see.
I just see
Pull
the
it
old
up.
ship.
Yeah. 40 ton of fuel.
It's 40 tons of fuel.
Okay, so you take in...
But that's... Wait a minute, it needs more than that, doesn't it? No,
No.
20 tons. Yeah, the jump. We got a lot of cargo bay. It's
Mm,
like a jump one. You said it.
yeah.
So,
It's a
so
space
much
jump,
for operation, and then so we can only do one hop jump at a time.
Yeah, use all the
So
fuel.
40 tons.
So 40 tons. So 40 ton, 10.
I'm
Okay,
on the
you're gonna
filters.
do
I'm
the,
checking
one
everything.
more. Yep. You need one more roll for another 2. It takes you 4 hours to get enough.
I rolled 11 for my
Sweet.
scanning of
Everything's
the.
fine.
Okay.
Need one more scan for the last 2 hours, Will.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I'd be
Mhm.
concerned about them a little.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
Victor's a
sweet.
badass. Well, Victor's got it handled.
Yeah, not really sure what's going on. And I'm just doing a little private.
Is that the same Victor?
Yeah. He's with us.
He's got to be nothing but robot parts now.
He's nanite. You missed some of the excitement earlier. He did some kind of mad shit.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
just nothing but a bit of metal dust now, isn't he?
No,
Possibly.
he's like he's still alive. He's like
Yeah, just
immortal
nanites.
nanite technology. Yeah. But we don't know that though. These characters don't know that.
Oh, okay.
But my character's seen some weird shit earlier in the game when he like fixed the hole plates magically, and he had his hand outside it without a spacesuit glove on, and I was like, huh? There's some weird shit that happened earlier while you were in your other game, Sid.
What a magical man.
Mm-hmm.
No, magic is real, guys. Now.
Magic is real. Okay.
Space wizards.
4 hours is up. And you're ready to take off. Now it's just going to take some time to process the water. But you're ready.
All right, I guess we go into a low orbit.
Mm-hmm. He would contact you.
Do I have enough time to do a survey of the planet?
You can start.
How
We
long
can
will
also,
it take?
Well, normally it takes about 1 to 2 hours to get like around to get a basic map. But if you want to do a real serious survey, it would take you a couple of days.
No, just basic, but I believe you're going to cut me off when the time's up.
To survey a planet, you'd have to bang it with active sensors across its whole surface.
Yep.
We want to do
He's
that?
in space. He's in space. Yeah.
We can also hook in and talk to the Lankarans. We're up by their communications network.
If you want. Yep, up to you.
We're supposed to get them as allies.
Starting
so.
your planet survey, you don't get much information. There's far too much interference with all the matter particulate in the atmosphere, so you're going to have to refine the survey sensors. The other thing is that you just, if you ever make a planetary roll using sensors or anything, you make any sensor roll now, you add a +1 on top of anything else. Okay.
Okay, cool. I didn't know I was using sensors, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. The other thing is sort of as you're coming around, you still haven't received any evac message from Victor, but you are coming around and you are getting close to the remains of the upstation and the debris. You're not like going to crash into anything. You're a couple of 100 kilometers away, but you're close enough.
You don't know.
Visual.
You don't know how crazy we are.
True.
Is there a reason why we should be crashing into that thing, guys? All right, let's avoid it then.
Okay.
I'll leave that up to Weaver.
Okay. Well,
Sorry, what am I supposed to do here?
sensory sweep of the upport.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let's see. Not quite.
Okay. but you've got some interesting readings. You're not quite sure what you're reading here. If you feel you want to, you could always ask Tacoma to get closer and do another reading and focus beam your sort of sensors.
Okay, can we put it through the computer so we can clean it up through there?
It'll sort of basically what that will give you is sort of a rough location, and the rough location of the reading is coming from the remaining, well, the possibly intact cargo decks where they loaded and offloaded, unloaded and offloaded ships.
We only need to get a little closer, don't we?
Possibly half the distance again, so about up to about 50 k's away.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go attitude, guys.
Okay. Right, Weaver, where you go? Okay. Sort of Weaver's eyes sort of widen a little bit, and he does a double check of stuff, and then he reports to you that he may have found something of significance. He's detecting, if the mass is correct, approximately 50 tons of lanthanum.
Ooh. Well, they are building a jump ship. Or this is raw lanthanum.
Raw lanthanum, but it's on the upport.
Oh, so it's been harvested. Wow. That's a lot of lanthanum.
Sorry, so who's got the lanthanum? They do, not our
They do.
Marines.
Does he know they're rhino people? Did you explain that to Sid, Steve?
Nope.
Bipedal rhinos, that's the Len Corrins.
Are they friendly?
They
So
think
that-
they
Well, we're
are,
still
but they haven't made
passive.
contact.
Mm.
They
And
didn't
they
need
never-
Victor.
And they never
There's
gave
no
us a time window.
Victor's got an edge on their ass. I don't underestimate Victor's Marines, man.
Yeah.
You don't turn into a nana. Yeah.
It's been, we'll say, about 6 hours.
He's just getting started.
He would say that he's told you that he would give you a call, an evac call. He didn't say how long he thought it might be.
Yep, so I guess we wait.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nothing keeps us from calling him, does it?
Yeah, but
Well,
you don't want to do that.
That could be
exactly.
dangerous.
You don't want to do that.
You don't want to
No.
do that to someone who's on a secret mission.
Yeah, let him call us.
Like,
All right.
I'm sure you've seen those jokes of the spy trying to get into the lab
Sneak in and then
there's-
the phone rings.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's your phone.
The bad guys are pulling out their guns.
Yeah, it's like,
Oops.
ooh, I'm right by the vat of acid. Bring, bring.
Hello? No, I don't want to take a survey, right? Okay.
I told you
Oh,
I
that's
will get the milk.
Yeah. It's like that, Jerry, it's like that thing that you sent me, that ad about the guys on the moon and the alien wants to come up and killing them all.
Oh,
And the guy
yeah.
feet and he farts in his suit and the monster finds him. He's hiding behind the
Yeah.
rock. I love that one. Great one.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
great. That was a while ago.
It's a great video. So, yes, roughly 50 tons of lanthanum is sitting up here. Nope.
Well, they have 50 tons of lanthanum. It's just raw. So they obviously know what it's about, and they're going to do something with it.
Yeah. It's up in orbit on the Rex station.
Well, it's obviously rock cut lanthanum. Well, they haven't got to doing what they want to do with it yet. I think they know exactly what it is.
Why don't we just go down and contact them, hook into their comm network, and ask them about it?
There's a reason why we want to stay discreet right now with Victor's stuff going on, isn't there?
I thought he was. I don't know. He didn't say anything about not contacting them. He was talking about we want to use this place as a base, and we need to contact them and find out if they're still all right. But I don't know if we're not supposed to contact them. He didn't say anything about that. I figured we were maintaining the silence just in case there were any plant people ships in the system. Yeah.
We've had a nice battle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so no reason not to reach out, I guess.
Well, but we're in atmosphere and stuff, and we were down low looking for a lake. I thought we've been pretty common sense about it, if I recall right. But we've still decided to stay discreet, at least till we get Victor.
Well, you were active to get the fuel. Sorry, you needed to be, otherwise you couldn't have got to the right spot.
Yeah. What is the total time elapsed since we dropped off Victor and his Marines?
It's getting close to about 6 hours.
6 hours total. Okay.
I mean, and you guys as mercs know that some missions aren't actually time sensitive. It's more obtaining the goals sensitive, and this might be one of them.
Yeah.
18
It might take them a
hours.
day or two. We might need to lay low. Just be ready to take that call.
And they did take the portable generators with them.
So yeah, they're expected to take a little while.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, they just need filter masks. They don't need vax. They're on the planet. They could be down there endlessly as long as they have filter masks.
In your training, it was said that you do not come out of your battle suit for anything. You run the risk of being invaded.
Okay.
Infected.
Well, then you're right. 18 hours roughly. And I imagine they have a dose of drugs and stimulants to keep them awake, and fast drug to heal. And these are some diehard. These are Victor's Marines. They're badass to the bone. They're not playing. These are the real deal, man.
Okay, so you waited. So Tacoma, you don't want to. You're happy just to wait for the call and not contact the.
Just stay in orbit. Keep an eye out of anything attacking us.
Okay, right. Do your planetary sweep now. Do a proper planetary survey.
Oh, me? All right, cool.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I got a +1 if that sense of things counts.
Yep.
So
Okay, so we're going to get some interesting data off that, and I'll tell you in a second. Yep, while he's doing that. Oh, yes. Nothing's broke or nothing's on it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Where you go, Will?
Planetary sweep now?
He wants you to check that all systems are go first of all. So that's just a flat electronics roll.
Okay, flat
no sensors needed, so you're not so sure. And to sweep the surface of the ship to make sure nothing's outside having a hitchhiking. Yeah. So he can't tell you whether everything's working or not, but he feels that there's nothing on the ship. Tacoma, you start you start filtering the information through the computer to get some printouts and get some to get a look at this place. So what you do see is interesting patterns. There are clusters of energy signals. There's clusters of particular ore. And you feel that you probably know exactly where the ship is being built based on that.
Cool.
The other thing is there are areas which would probably indicate areas of attack, as in intermittent energy signals, areas of
High yield
damage.
places.
Yeah, stuff where you go, so probably life doesn't exist there. Even the life that's pretty tough on this planet.
So are those is that area growing?
No. It's radiation. It's high yield nuclear radiation, and it would seem that somebody has detonated around about 7 of these bombs over the planet's surface.
Well, we've been here, or
No. It's old. It would be
Okay.
you would say about going on the basis of radiation, half-life, and all that sort of stuff. It would be hard to tell, but you would be guesstimating somewhere in the 75-year period.
okay, cool.
Was pretty tainted before, but yeah, they've added to it with the explosions. Chucked a whole lot more dirt in there, so it is quite cold on the surface as well. Anything else you want to do or ask, or are you just going to look over the data? Sorry. Well, Tacoma believes he knows roughly where the ship is, yes. Well, with that's easy to identify the point of signal. Where it's being relayed from is another issue, because you'd have to get down and see what mechanism is relaying it, whether it's a hardwired or a micro link or a, how are they relaying their information. That's still hard. You cut half of that out. Sorry, Glenn, I got to if we opted, and then it went out. Yeah. Where you are now, it's just a case of trying to drill through their security and gain access. Because you know exactly where it is now, because Tacoma's done an active survey of the planet. No, Tacoma, these are cunning creatures. You're thinking that this ship is being built approximately 400 to 500 meters under the surface of the planet.
Right. Under the surface of the planet. Uh-oh. Dude. This isn't the frickin' rhinos building this.
Yeah, I think. Have we met these rhinos people?
I'm sorry.
These aren't the rhinos. These are the dudes that we were fighting on our ship building this sucker. These are the aliens building this ship.
The Rhino communications were talking about building this, though.
Yep.
We intercepted their comms in Lankaran.
So what's our relationship with these rhinos?
The Lankaran.
Yeah, the Lankaran.
Okay, so the relationship is Keller has sent you here with a team of Marines to do some recon. They have their own mission because he's hoping that this planet can be used as a base inside the infected area. He also wants the some of the Lankarans because, hello, tech level G.
Yeah,
they're pretty advanced.
I remember it now. We're trying to.
Yeah.
And
Jupiter Keller's been. Yeah.
We've had no communications with the Lankarans since we got here.
No, the group's decided not to do it at the moment.
They've been holding off.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
The messages were in Lankaran. It was in their native language.
So what do you want to do? Try to contact the Lankarans? Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay.
The one thing I don't want to do is just leave.
Okay.
Do we want to wait though till we get Victor back? I mean, we do have a troop of military people on their planet. I mean, just a thought.
You guys have all got bloody battle armor. You'll be fine, won't you?
Oh man. Well, I'm not the captain. I'm just in the engineers.
Yeah, no. Let's communicate with them.
Okay. So this will require several rolls. So first of all, we need Will to roll to set up a link.
That's still is that
Can we
electronics?
mirror it to say we're somewhere else than where we are? Or
Okay. So do you want that? Do you want it relayed?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's at a -1. Make your roll, Will.
I believe in you, Will.
I didn't roll.
Oh.
It was 5 and I didn't count the -1.
Okay, radio. Anyone else with electronics?
I've got comms, but I don't have electronics. The comms one.
You're coming up next to actually break into their comm system, but we need someone with electronics first.
I think Lance has it.
Somebody's got it.
Nagan has a 0.
Manta, did you check Nagan?
Nagan has a 0. So.
What?
Oh.
Okay, radio. Okay, so he's got the link now. Samuel, you need to break into their. We got an 8 because it's a -1. You're relaying it. Where you go, Samuel?
Okay, I need to
Comms,
I got comms 1.
Yep, you're trying to break into.
Oh, god darn it! I'm under the gun. I got 6.
Yeah. Anyone else got comms?
Shit.
No? Okay, you wait another hour. You come up with another vector. Where you go, Samuel?
Okay.
Now at,
I'm not worth it today. There's no. It's worse. We're not connected to the link very well.
Jerry, we're just waiting for a call from the Marines. We're just doing this on the side.
Yep.
Okay. So you want me to wait another hour and try
3
again?
hours later, you get to. This is basically your last attempt. It's patchy at best.
But it's there.
So everything you have is going to have a penalty. But where you go, who speaks Linkara? Well, you're going to be putting it through the computer, aren't you, to translate?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to say, Tacoma?
Shit. Greetings, Lankarans. Who are we representing now?
The colonial forces?
We represent the colonial forces. we're here to offer help.
Okay, just let me do a little roll that if I've got that right. Yep. Okay. You get a whole lot of traffic closed down.
That's what they
Everyone
basically
goes
shut-
real quiet.
They basically just shut us out or something like that.
No, you're still connected, but it goes real quiet. Then you
They're
get a
trying to-
voice after about half an hour. You sort of repeat your message, and you're sort of thinking, "Oh shit, this isn't working." Then you get a message in Lankaran that basically is asking you for specific information, and you sort of guess that they're asking it because only sort of like colonial force people would actually know the answers.
Which we're not really part of.
No. So, you give it your best guess.
Yep.
So, skills that are going to help you. Anyone who's got computer skill.
I got two.
Anyone,
I
radio.
I do.
So it's just the highest of everybody. So 2. Anyone who's got either admin or carousing or streetwise.
I have carousing 1 and I have computer 1.
I have
Okay,
admin
so
1.
Admin 1. Okay, so first of all, Mentor and Jerry, you rolled to support Tacoma.
Okay, just +1 or for one
Yep,
skill or
just
the
the
other or
+1.
both?
Just the one skill, the carousing.
God damn it.
Nope. Mentor for Devin.
All right. 2d6 plus 1. Any bonus for 12 int?
Nope.
Well,
Sorry.
Good
well,
job.
we didn't need it.
Cool. Okay, so your computer skill, I think it was, and which is you trying to hack the translator to make
Yep.
it as clear and all that sort
Then
of
I
stuff.
get a +1
And
off of Kevin.
Yep, and trying to get into data and all that sort of stuff, trying to make as
Mhm.
much sense as possible.
Yeah.
So you get a +3. Where you go? Okay, you passed most of the questions, or all the questions, or you fumbled through some of them, but it's enough apparently, because suddenly the whole board lights up again with all a whole lot of questions. You sort of say, "Hey, shush, shush, shush," sort of stuff, and you sort of understand that their spokesperson, perhaps not leader, but their spokesperson finally gets control, and everyone else shuts down. And they ask sort of what's your sort of help support you're offering?
We want to.
Ask
What,
if they need that lamp in them.
Well, I thought their main thing was that they wanted to set up a base. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we want to do, as in the colonials. Alright. Yeah, let's ask that first before we ask.
Okay.
Did you guys
so,
ever think there might be 2 ships being built? They might be building one, and the
Possibly,
aliens might
but-
be building one too?
Well, they're
That's-
working with them.
Tacoma's the only one that's picked up a sufficient mass to suggest a big ship. Tacoma, before you get going, the spokesperson says they would like to establish a video link.
Would that strengthen a signal that can bring it back to us? No? Alright. Sure, let's establish a video link.
Okay, so
Yeah.
That might
rightio.
Hold on. Be right back.
And I was trying to find the picture of the Lankaran guy, and I cannot find it. Sorry, guys. So I'll have to post one when I see it. I think in the Google thing there is one in the original game. But anyway, I'll try to find that as quick as I can while I'm
Rhino.
talking. Okay, so anyway, God, this game has gone on for a bit.
Do you want to head off now?
What I need is so The guys
Well, I got to take a shower anyway soon.
gives you a name, Tacoma,
No, that's good. Give me like 15 to half hour.
and basically introduce himself. And he says, "So, what sort of help are you saying you're going to be offering us?"
Well, we're gonna try to get these aliens off of you guys. Trying to drive
Yeah.
them back.
Okay,
Hello?
might work. Might work.
Test, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you're not hearing us.
Yeah, I'm hearing
Yeah,
you.
we're here.
Okay, cool. So I've got the no, you said get it back
Hold on,
into
I was saying like we're here to help you drive back these aliens.
Radio. Well, that's good, he says. We were actually planning to leave the planet. We thought we didn't have much in the way of help or support. But if you're there, would you have any access to Lanthanum at all? So that's
No.
a Lankaran.
All right.
So they don't know they got 50 tons of lanthanum floating around in orbit.
Nope, doesn't sound like it.
Offer them a lanthanum and a hop drive.
No hop drive.
Do we have hop drives to give?
No.
No. We have a hop drive, but we don't want to put that out there any more than we already have.
Well,
I
they
would
need to
think.
get out of here.
Would we be
We
able
tell
to,
them you got 50 tons of lanthanum in orbit.
hold on? Would we be able to take one of these Lankarans back with us?
Yeah, probably. It'll be a bit uncomfortable, but yeah.
We'll send them. Yeah, we found lanthanum at X place.
At your orbital station.
Yeah, and we will also offer to take like a representative back to the colonial. Yeah.
Yeah.
Preferably female.
Okay, yeah.
I don't say that last part.
No. Okay, so they say, well, if you can get the lanthanum down onto the ground to them, they can certainly use it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, and that's yes, they are definitely going to be horny, and that's where we'll finish it tonight, folks. No, because I didn't do something right with Craig.